The great Edison, when he was trying to invent electric bulb, at that time he failed 4,000 times. An interviewer came to him and asked, "You have failed so many times, are you not disappointed and sad?" You know what did Edison reply? He replied, "Why should I be disappointed? These all attempts of mine are not fail actually. Rather, I learned that with these 4,000 methods, a bulb cannot be made." Hello dear friends and family, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very important for you, so make sure you watch it till the end. In the previous video, I told you about the criteria of real success, that if you are happy and satisfied in your life with whatever you have, then this is real success, and this is my perspective. Different people in this world have their different perspective. Now if you say that no, this is not an appropriate definition of success, so according to you, let's say that you have achieved the aim of your life and now you have everything what all you wanted to have. However, you are not cheerful and content, notwithstanding you have everything, then in this case, unquestionably, your accomplishment is preposterous, isn't it? Am I wrong? Now let's go ahead. Let's talk about how to achieve success. Do you really know how to achieve success? If yes, then let me know in the comments section below. Alright, let's talk about it. Firstly, I would like to let you know there is not a single shortcut to achieve success. If you really want to achieve success, then you will have to give abounding time on your goal, because you know what? Time is also a form of success. Time is most precious thing in this world. Time can be converted into anything. For example, time can be converted into jobs, time can be converted into money, time can be converted into any of the talents, time can be converted into everything. And there are millions of people who converted their time into what they wanted, and they got name, fame, money, everything in their life just because of spending their time on their goal. They are regarded with the significant titles like doctor, engineer, professor, scientist, etc. In the same way, you can also convert your golden time into whatever you want. However, clarity is also required drastically. Suppose you have a gun but you don't know where to shoot, then it is senseless now. Similarly, without aim, your life is useless and fruitless. If you don't have any aim in your life, then you cannot become a part of success. A beautiful saying goes in English, there is no life without aim. So my dear friends, always make an aim in your life, and once you are pretty sure in which field you are interested, after that do it with all your heart. If you are thinking about a shortcut, then let me tell you, there is not a single shortcut to achieve it. You have to go through the process. You have to love the process. Without going through the process, you cannot get the result. You cannot get the reward. It is said, no pain, no gain. When you feel pain, think about your parents, especially think about your father who works day and night for you. So just do it, and always say to yourself, I want my father and mother to be proud of me, right? And when you fail, don't ever think as if it is the end of your life. If you fail 100 times, try again 200 times. Just face all the difficulties in your life and go ahead. Try to learn to face difficulties like Booker T. Washington. I highly hope you must have heard the name of Booker T. Washington in your intermediate English prose. The name of the lesson is My Struggle for an Education. Just to get the admission in Hampton, Booker T. Washington faced all the difficulties throughout his journey. This was one of my most favorite lessons of intermediate English prose. You should also face difficulties in your life just like Booker T. Washington. Don't ever afraid of difficulties, just face them boldly. It is the law of nature. When you try to achieve something extraordinary, at that time you have to face difficulties, turmoils, hardships, sometimes pain as well. The path is not gonna be easy. It may be full of difficulties and turmoils, but if you are persistent and bold, then you can easily overcome all these unwanted things. Most important, don't be hasty for success. Just try to spend extra 2 or 3 hours on your goal in the morning and keep it doing. Then who can stop you from becoming a successful person? Just stop thinking baseless and rubbish things and keep trying until you get it. I guarantee you will get success. Maybe not immediately, but definitely. However, you have to toil. You already must have heard genius is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. So you have to work hard, diligently, wholeheartedly and painstakingly. If you are a student and when you are in the college, detach yourself from social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Don't you think it is so awkward? Classes are going on and you are using social media platforms rather than attending your classes. How disgusting. If you're doing so, you are not only ruining your future but also cheating your parents badly. I humbly request you, please do not break the trust of your parents. Many of you go to the college by cycling 10 or 20 kilometers away, but when you enter the college, you don't even attend your classes. How disgusting. And if you're a teacher and right now you're watching this video, I humbly request to all my respected teachers, please never say, I can't teach you alone, even if there is a single student in the class, because maybe that single student comes from 10 or 20 kilometers away. Dear friends, in my previous video, I told you about the destiny and many of you still leave beautiful comments on that video. Thanks a lot from bottom of my heart for your love and support. Always remember, dear friends, as far as destiny is concerned, we must never say we get according to our fate. If we say so, we will never toil in our life. Yeah, of course, I agree. To some extent, destiny decides our future, but to a great extent, our hard work, our toil decides our future. So please believe in your hard work and diligence and be a positive person rather than being a negative and reactive person. You don't need to change yourself. Just be the best version of yourself. When the situation is odd, at that time, be an optimist rather than being a pessimist. Well, if you choose to be pessimist, you often keep on saying, how will I do this, how will I do that? Means you will only keep thinking and wondering in twilight zone. So please be an optimist and always say to yourself, I can tackle everything in every situation. Really, you need this attitude. You know, Bill Gates, he never believed in his destiny, but he believed in his hard work. And that's why today he is touching the sky. Have you ever realized Bill Gates had also 24 hours just like you? It is not like that. Bill Gates had 50 hours in a day while you have only 24 hours. There is nothing like that. Even a sweeper on the road has only 24 hours just like Bill Gates. You also have 24 hours. Bill Gates had also 24 hours, right? Then how did Bill Gates achieve ultimate success while you could not? Ask this question to yourself. Yeah, of course, you may complain to God. You may say, God has not given me a pretty face. God has not given me a good looking face. God has given me a dark color. God has made me ugly. God has made me poor. I don't have a single house while God has given 10 beautiful houses to my neighbor. In all these fields, you can blame God. You can complain to God. But as far as time is concerned, our Almighty God has given this gift to all of us equally. He has given 24 hours to each and every one, and this is a very, very unique gift. You can convert this gift into whatever you want, right? You just need perseverance. Whenever you fail during the process, don't ever be disappointed, don't ever be devastated, don't ever be crestfallen, don't ever be heartbroken, don't move backward. Just think about your previous long journey. You have already covered an extraordinary journey. Don't you know about that journey? Well, let me remind you. You completed your high school. It took 10 years of your life. Then you completed your intermediate. It took 2 years. After that, you did your graduation. It took 3 years. After completing graduation, you did your post-graduation. It again took 2 years of your life, right? Now you tell me, how many total years have you spent so far? You know, from LKG to post-graduation, you have spent 19 years of your life on study. And now you want to move backward just because you fail? Please do not move backward. It is a long and significant journey of 19 years. You completed your high school, intermediate, graduation, then post-graduation. Was all that easy? No, not at all. You studied day and night and spent 3 hours for each paper in exam hall. Again, ask yourself, was all that easy? contemplate over it again and again. Whenever you want to move backward after spending 19 years of your life on study, you are quite near to your aim, and it is 100% senseless if you move backward. Let me make you understand nicely with examples. Suppose you want to go Lucknow from Akbarpur, and now you have started your journey, but after reaching Faizabad, will you say let's go back to Akbarpur because Lucknow is still far away, while you have already covered 1/3 of your destination? So going back to Akbarpur without having any problem is senseless. Have understood? Let me shorten it. Imagine a scenario, you want to go somewhere and that place is 100 kilometers away from your place, and now you have started your journey, but after reaching 80 kilometers, will you say let's go back home? I hope you got it what I mean to say. Dear friends, we often think about hardships and difficulties, but have you ever thought, why does this life throws difficulties and hardships on your ways? Why? Do you know? Well, let me tell you, life throws difficulties and hardships on your ways just to make you strong. Life always examines your sincerity and dedication. So from today onwards, whenever you are anxious because of problems, just face them boldly. And you can do this, my dear friends. Just face them boldly, and whenever you fail, do not consider it as failure, because fail actually means first attempt in learning. F stands for first, A stands for attempt, I stands for in, L stands for learning. So fail actually means first attempt in learning. Did you get the point? Now let's say that you have overcome failure, you have got your first step, and now you are going for an interview, but unfortunately over there interviewer says, no, I can't hire you. No, I can't hire you. You are not eligible for this job. Now after getting rejection, many of you give up. Please do not give up. Interviewer just said no. He didn't say he would never give you the job. He just said no. And do you know the positive meaning of this word no? N-O? No means next opportunity. It just means you need some extra improvement and then trying again. Right? You just need some extra improvement and then trying again. Now when you come to know about your mistakes from depth of realization, you often regret by saying, oh my God, if I hadn't made these mistakes, I would have been selected during the interview. Please do not repent at all on your mistakes, because your mistakes proved you had tried, and without making mistakes you cannot learn anything new in your life. Since childhood we have been making mistakes and simultaneously learning through the same mistakes. When we were a baby, while walking we have fallen many times. We have made mistakes. That's why we can run and walk today. If we hadn't made any mistakes in our childhood, we could not run and walk today. So mistakes are natural and very common things. Only you need to remember one thing in your mind. You know, making a mistake is not bad at all, but repeating the same mistake again and again is bad and harmful for you. So what all you need is just to go back and take a look on your previous mistakes and throw them out with practice. Yeah, of course, it would be a little bit difficult in beginning, but you know, in the beginning everything is difficult. However, you keep practicing, it becomes very easy for you. After all, you must have heard many times, practice makes a man perfect. The more you practice, the more you learn. So keep practicing until you get it, until it becomes a part of your life. Whenever you have problems, don't be panic, don't be anxious, because solutions also exist for all the problems. So don't let the mind control you, rather you should control your mind. Then you can easily overcome all the problems of yours. Most important, be persistent and determined. You know, persistency is very amazing thing. Really, if you are persistent, you can achieve anything in your life. Let's understand the power of persistency with examples. You all have seen water drops when you simply run a hand pipe. Now do you believe that a water drop can make a deep hole into the hard stone? But a single drop of water can't do this. But the same water drops, when it keeps on dropping again and again, it makes a deep hole even into the hard stone. It happens not because of the strength of water, rather because of persistency. Have understood? Let me tell you another example of persistency. In the village, you all must have seen water well. People get water by pulling the rope. Now again, would you believe that a rope can cut down the hard stone? But it happens because of persistency, not because of the strength of the rope. When the rope is pulled again and again, it easily cuts down the hard brick of the well, the hard stone of the well. Have you remarked? Even the rope and water can cut down the hard stone if they are persistent. Now imagine what you can do in your life if you are persistent. But we love to be lazy. If we fail once, we simply give up. Please do not give up regardless you fail so many times. Sometimes preconceived notions are bad thing, right? You know, the great Edison, when he was trying to invent electric bulb, at that time he failed 4,000 times. An interviewer came to him and asked, "You have failed so many times, are you not disappointed and sad?" You know what did Edison reply? He replied, "Why should I be disappointed? These all attempts of mine are not fail actually. Rather, I learned that with these 4,000 methods, a bulb cannot be made." Have you remarked? He failed 4,000 times but never give up. And if we fail once, we simply give up. You also need the same attitude of Edison in order to achieve the aim of your life. If Edison hadn't tried again and again, there would have been only kerosene lamps and candles instead of beautiful bulbs and light, right dear friends? Apart from that, always respect others. If you respect others, you will be respected as well, right? Especially I humbly request to the boys, do not ever pass any bad comments on any girl. Otherwise, if you do something bad with any girl, then bad will happen with your sister. You know, it is the law of nature. Have you ever realized when someone teases or abuses your sister, you become a lion? You often say, "How dare he, I'll tear him, I'll break him, I'll smash his face." But please stop. When you tease or abuse other sister, you become a coward and behave as cat. Think for it deeply what I say. I'm not criticizing especially anybody. It is for all, for me too. And you know, whether boys or girls, whenever you want to do something bad in your life, at that time you're often afraid of what would happen if parents come to know, what would happen if teachers come to know, what would happen if friends come to know. Means whenever you want to do something bad in your life, at that time you're afraid of parents, teacher, family, etc. But don't you afraid of Almighty God, who is always watching you, even if you are alone in a room and at that time nobody is watching you, but God is always watching you. So always remember dear friends, whenever you do something bad in your life, God is always watching you and you will be punished badly. So be a man or woman of good character. Loving someone is not bad at all. But if you are characterless, then you are a filthy person. Today you fall for Sarita, tomorrow you fall for Sweta, day after tomorrow you fall for Seetal. This is the quality of low character, right? Of course, I should not mention these things in this video, but after seeing a lot of such activities in the society, I must mention it so that you can realize your faults and mistakes. Please change your ways and mark my words before it is too late. And always remember, in student life, do not run after instant pleasure. Don't ever say, "I want to get pleasure at once." You will never get pleasure at once. You have to wait for the process, right? So please never run after instant or immediate pleasure. What is it? Let me tell you. Imagine a scenario. You are at home and you are studying because tomorrow you have an exam. On the other hand, television is going on, your family is having hot delicious sandwiches, they are enjoying an awesome movie on television. Now while studying, you feel like watching television and having hot delicious sandwiches with family. Now it is up to you whether you prefer instant pleasure or to prepare for your exam. If you're intelligent, you would say, "First I'll prepare for my exam, because once examination is over, I'll get a lot of time to watch television and having hot delicious sandwiches with family," right? So please do not run after instant pleasure. Just wait patiently till the process is going on. You know, dear friends, whatever you want to do in your life, there is requirement of process. Without completion of process, you cannot get the result, right? You cannot get the reward. It is said the roots of education are bitter, but its fruit is very sweet, right? Let's put in a very practical way. Suppose today you sow a little mango plant. Will you get the mangoes tomorrow? No, never. You have to wait for the process, right? You have to look after it. You have to water it daily, and over the years little plant will turn into a big tree. Then there would be flowers. After that season would come, only then you will get the mangoes. It is not like that today you sow it and tomorrow you get the mangoes. No, it never happens. One last thing I would like to tell you, last point but not the least actually, please always help one another, because cooperation is the must for facing challenges in your life. I would tell you a lot of things, but unfortunately time does not give me permission. I am bounded by the lack of time. So now I would like to end my talk. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you liked this video, please hit that like button and also share it with others. If you have anything in your mind that you would like to share with me, leave it in the comments without any hesitation. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please hit that button right now. Till the time I see you in the next video, stay thrilled and motivated.